Okay, I think this is going to be my last video about the Spider-Man trailer. Probably. This needs to be said. All of this talk about Mephisto is mainly coming from the fact that people are crediting the wrong Spider-Man run for the influence of this story. Including me, by the way. My mind went straight to One More Day at first. Yes, we all remember One More Day, the infamous Spider-Man story that everybody hates about Mephisto making a deal with Peter Parker and Mary Jane to save Aunt May's life and to give Peter his anonymity back. Side note, if you read any Spider-Man stories from this time, you will understand why I fucking hate Tony Stark, not just in the movies but in the comics too. It's all his fucking fault. He's the one that convinced Peter to unmask himself anyways. Asshole. But here's the thing. The story that we're being presented in the No Way Home trailer is actually a lot closer to the story One Moment in Time, written by Joe Quesada. This is the run that was written years later that goes back and tells the story of what actually happened after this deal with Mephisto was made. By the way, it's absolutely heartbreaking. So not only does the story go into exactly why Peter and MJ didn't end up getting married in the universe that Mephisto created, it also provides an in-universe explanation for how Peter became anonymous again, because he went to Doctor Strange for help to ask him to cast a spell to make the world forget. In the story, they even have the exact same scene where in the middle of Doctor Strange doing the spell, Peter changes his mind and has to make some fucking changes. I'm gonna spoil it for you, and it doesn't have the same cataclysmic events as this film, but the similarities are there. Now, obviously the MCU is making changes to this. In the comic, it does not result in breaking the multiverse. But this is what I mean when I say the MCU seems to be telling stories that seem to center around Mephisto, but actually leave him out of it. We, the comic book readers, know that all of this happened because Peter made a deal with Mephisto, but the story itself has its own context. And Mephisto actually has nothing to do with this story. It looks from the trailer like No Way Home is significantly more based on this run than One More Day. If you would like to read it, I do recommend it. It's beautifully written. It will make you cry.